I'm John Fox and John of the West. I'm having a Danganronpa V3 adventure. That's the wrong way around, John. I got a message on the first video. It came out a few hours ago, I guess. A few hours ago. So yeah, I recorded a bunch in advance. So I mentioned that one of the bears sounds like... Hang on, do we have like a picture of the bears anywhere? I guess we don't. Well, the blue bear, the one that got drunk off honey, he sounds very similar to Nekamaru from the second game. That is the same voice actor. In fact, I think I mentioned that Mio sounded a bit like Akane as well, and then I sort of dismissed it out of paranoia. No, that's the same voice actor as well. Well, actress. And so, yes, the reason I mentioned this is because, yeah, somebody gave me a message and said all of them. All of the characters are people who voiced previous characters, including the 5 bears. I won't be able to remember any of them. The one that should have been obvious is that this is Celeste. This is Kyoko. I mean, the voice is. And I should have known that. Because I was like, ah, that voice is familiar. And then I realised it was the girl from Persona. And surely I knew that Kyoko was the girl from Persona, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I genuinely don't remember who everyone else is. But we'll keep a listen out. I mean, somebody's about to die, but... Yeah, that's interesting. So did they do that as a sort of Easter egg, or is that important to the plot? Last now. Let's talk to you two quickly. 3 even.
For everyone.
And there, everyone can decide what should be done. My desires to fulfill the desires of others, so I shall comply with everyone's final decision.
Atua has spoken.
All humans will die eventually. But I'm not scared because I've got a Tuo.
I shall observe.
I mean, I could have just brought the message up, but... Your beauty, as you all accept that the end is upon you. So I think he's the cook? I don't actually remember all of them. Because I would have assumed he was Gundam, but Gundam is definitely someone else. I think Gundam is the short guy.
I shall observe.
Anyway. I assume it will send me the correct direction if I do that, into the school. Yeah. Level up, baby!
What happened?
Kaede, something happened? Gone to see Rantaro walk by. His face looks scary. About that, Ryoma and Rantaro got into a fight. Yeah, so I think Gundam's Ryoma. Rantaro... somebody's going to be Johnny Young Bosch, who... I noticed the voice in the second game, but somehow missed it in the third. It's probably an important character, right? Because that's how that works. Like, she's Kyoko, so she's an important character. Ryoma and Rantaro got into a fight.
No can do that!
Fight? Where? Gone to go stop them.
No.
It's fine now. You don't need to worry about it.
Sorry!
Gone to not where he needed most.
No.
Don't worry about it. Why can't I do the thing now? If Angie hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known about it either. Okay.
That's right.
Oh, it is. So I'm supposed to time the episode. Although it says that I've been recording for 2 hours and a half. Not that again, shall I? Anyway, Karumi, Kyo and Angie are in the dining hall today. How about you eat breakfast with them?
Oh,
really?
Going to see.
Then gone to go to the dining hall. Did I go to the wrong stairs? Oh, I can talk to people along the way. Good morning, Kaede. Morning.
Hey!
Hey, so earlier I saw Shuichi.
Huh?
What? I saw Shuichi come out of Ryu's research lab.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say. I wonder what he was doing in there so early in the morning.
Like I thought.
I think she might be the singer girl from the first game. Like, I don't remember all of them. There's a lot to retain. I don't think that anything happened, but in a life or death situation like this,
Do you want to try?
you expect people to suddenly develop feelings for each other, right? I don't think so. You're right. Now's not the time for that. Time limit's up anyway. Tonight. After going through so much, it's strange. I feel like I've come to accept it. How should I spend the last day of my life? Yeah, so somebody will be Chiaki as well. Possibly her, one of the girls. So, one thing I haven't spoken about is there's two animes. It's really one anime. There's an anime and a game between 2 and 3. Now, despite the fact that the anime is shown at the start of this game, I don't regard the anime as canon. It's crap. Like, the best way to think about the anime, which is Danganronpa 3, would be like if somebody described the events to you. It's hard to explain. It's too bad to be canon. So you take the good ideas, say, yeah, maybe something like that. Like, Chiaki is in the series. One of the series is set before the start of this game, before the start of any of the games, because it's set in this whole time. One of them is set after all the games, and it sort of flips back and forth. It says it's 2 animes, but it's not. It's really 1. You have to watch them like that. And according to Danganronpa 2, Chiaki's an AI. Now, that AI could have been based on a real person, but there's no good reason for Chiaki to be a real person. The story they told of her is not worth telling. In fact, I wouldn't have told the story of that class. The only interesting part of that is seeing the Skies Man. And even that, yeah, it's not that interesting. The future one is very silly, but it doesn't ruin anything, apart from that last episode. Well, I was supposed to meet him at the stairs. Okay. That one. There's also Despair Girls, which I've not finished watching yet. Where's the stairs to the basement? Is it this? I don't know where the stairs by the basement is. There's only 2 sets of stairs and I went to them both. Maybe he's literally there and I just didn't see him. The classroom, John. You're an idiot. So it's about 2 AM. This is my last recording of the night and I've got work tomorrow. But like,
Shuichi.
I wanted to have this 5th episode done. Sorry I'm late, Suichi. I'm an idiot and forgot to read the instructions.
No.
It's alright, I just got here too. How did it go? Did Mia finish the cameras?
That's...
Okay, it's hard to identify voices when they only say what single words. I know one of them's the baseball player, so there's a bunch of voices I'm just never going to recognise anyway. Like, she's the main character and I should have recognised Kyoko, I really should have. But I'm genuinely surprised I didn't recognise Johnny Young Bosch again. She must have been working hard all night. She was even too tired to make fun of me. Anyway, Here's the result. 2 cameras that will take a picture when the sensor detects movement.
Remember,
And this one will take a picture and trigger this receiver. Of course, they're turned off right now, so they aren't taking any pictures. Since they're disposable cameras, we'll need to manually wind the film, right?
no.
Yes, Mio thought of that. He told me that the cameras will wind automatically.
I see.
So once they're set up, they'll take pictures every time the sensor is triggered.
Okay.
She also modified them, so they'll be completely silent to not attract attention. I don't know how she did that though, because what? How do you? How? Whatever.
I
They're
see.
completely silent. It's important for the plot. They're completely silent. This is perfect.
Well,
It needs to be. These are absolutely essential to our plan. And do the cameras have flashes?
that's...
Yeah, they still have flashes on them, but I switched them off. It shouldn't be a problem. I
But...
need to make sure they don't get turned on by accident and alert the mastermind.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed though, Mio modified them to our specifications.
then...
Alright, I'll tell you a little about this classroom before we set up the library.
Huh?
Tell me about this classroom.
Is that
Yes,
alright?
I think this is the perfect place to keep watch after we set up the cameras. That's fine, but why this classroom?
That's
Because we
true.
can see anyone who goes down to the basement with the door open a little.
Look, you can see the staircase, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. We can keep a lookout for anyone who goes down to the basement.
Okay, so the reason I didn't recognize it was Kyoko is because she puts on a voice for Kyoko. She's kind of deeper and wiser and speaks, you know, it's a sort of methodical voice. Whereas this is, she's a kind of light and fluffy voice. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that actors are acting, but still.
Hey!
There's one more reason I chose this specific classroom. One more reason. Of course. So we can get some money! Work hard for the money. I don't even know who to choose this song. Can't stop me. I'm speaking quietly because I hate my nature. Oh, I don't want to annoy my neighbours. Doesn't seem like the reason. Doesn't seem like the other reason. Oh, meanie. Oh, great. Is this a vent?
That's...
Connected to the library in the basement. You should recognize the smell immediately. The smell? After Suichi told me that, I leaned in closer to the vent. Oh, it smells like musty old books. Does this lead to the library?
Well...
It's probably... No, John, don't change it. It's probably a vent to control the humidity in the library.
Remember,
The duct we noticed in the basement hallway leads here.
I see.
But a vent in the classroom? That's an odd design choice for a school. Right, I'm actually going to change my choices. I'm going to make Ryoma the victim, because they literally just said, hey, you should kill that guy. They're 2 R's. Did I have Ryoma as the black one? I know I said I wouldn't do this, but I lied, obviously. Who's Ryoma? Hoshi. Okay. H. Here's the blackened. I am going to have the killer be... Oops. Okay, so I'm saying that he's the mastermind. He's going to die because they just you know, he said so. And black and green. I'll go with my original idea, which was the astronaut. K. No, he's M. Let's go for him. I've changed my mind so many times. I'm not allowed to change, obviously, after the murder happens, because then it's happened. Though I do have my final decision when I get to right before the trial. Anyway, for that. That does free up. That frees up Rentaro or Survivor. So we get rid of Kibo. Put O back. I've forgotten his name. The evil one, and we'll put Rentaro at the top there. Right. Oh, sorry. Very briefly, my predictions for the survivors for this round are Kurumi Tojo, Rentaro and Mami, Kokichi Omar, and Anji Yonaga. I think the mastermind is Suchi Saihara. I think the first victim is going to be Ryoma Hoshi, and the first blackened is going to be Rentaro Anami. No, sorry. No. I think the first blackened is going to be Kaito Momoto. Yes. Sorry. Those are my predictions. And again, everything about this school is odd. This vent is the other reason I chose this specific classroom to keep watch. The vent is just big enough for someone to be able to fit. Especially if you're a tiny person. So we should be able to watch this carefully too. I don't think I could fit through there. Maybe I could, but it'd be tough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is the perfect spot to keep a lookout. Oh, that means Ryoma's not going to die because he's going to be a suspect.
Then...
Everything makes me change my mind. Why don't you think any of the girls are going to die? Because I don't think they'd kill off a girl first. Would they really kill off the most sinister person? I think he might be the mastermind as well. I don't think he's evil. I'm not gonna change my decisions. It's finally time to set our plan in motion. I'm getting nervous. My heart is racing. I didn't think he'd let me leave the classroom. Oh yeah, we haven't actually put the thing in yet. An idiot. There are 2 doors to the library as well. So where did you want to place the cameras?
You're right.
Let's aim the ones linked to the receiver at the moving bookcase. We place the security sensor on the bookcase itself, and when it opens, the receiver will let us know. We move the camera to face the moving bookcase.
Okay.
So the camera should capture the exact moment that the mastermind moves the bookcase. Then where are we putting the other 2 sensors?
Remember.
Well, there are 2 entrances to the library. Front entrance near the stairs and the rear entrance to the hallway. Let's aim one at each entrance. That way we'll have pictures of everyone who enters the library.
Huh?
How about over there? Didn't you say a person could fit through the vent that connects to the classroom?
Hey.
Wait, shouldn't we make sure a person could actually fit through it?
That's...
I think it will be fine since we'll be keeping a watch in the classroom. But we should investigate it a little more just in case. But we can't reach that high. We need something to stand on. How about that moving ladder? I could probably use this ladder. I positioned the ladder below the vent and climbed up.
Whoa. Now that I'm up here, this is pretty high. It's kind of scary.
Why do you think the hat's important to him?
Do you want to switch?
Nah, I'm fine. By the way, can you see my, delicates?
Sorry.
Sorry, huh? So you did see them.
Well, whatever, he can't unsee them. Anyway, this is the vent. Oh, hang on, the picture's changed now. It's a different style of pictures from the first two games, isn't it? There's a grate covering the vent, so I don't think anyone can go through. I'm gonna take the grate off.
There we go. Oh, the grate came off pretty easily.
Did you break something, Kaede?
No, I didn't break it.
I saw the look on his face. He probably thinks I'm a klutz. I pushed the grate into the duct. Then I lifted my body and looked inside.
So how's it look? Could a person fit in there?
It would be pretty difficult, but you might be able to crawl through. I can't really get to the vent with all these books in the way, though.
Well, we'll be able to see the entrance to the vent in the classroom.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's voice. I think he might be the... No, I don't know.
So that should be okay, right?
Just in case, I'll stack more books around the vent so no one can get through.
With that, I began to arrange the books around the vent. After I finished stacking the books, I climbed down the ladder.
Are you okay?
Kaede, what's wrong?
Yeah,
This will work. This will definitely work.
Huh?
got it?
I think this plan might actually protect everyone. Yeah, it definitely will. This plan is perfectly composed like Chopin's ballades.
You know?
Actually, really like complicated contraptions like Rube Goldberg machines and stuff. Interesting to put that in my head. So I've positive this will work. This setup is perfect. You really think so?
Of course.
We'll definitely catch the mastermind. And then we'll all escape.
Oh,
So let's
right.
hurry and set up the cameras.
Then...
Yes, so I think it would be a good idea to set up the cameras between the books so that... Hold on, I had an idea while I was on top of the bookcase. What if we place a camera up there? I'm sure the mastermind wouldn't notice it. But with all the books stacked on top, I don't know if there's room for the camera.
You know?
I'll test it out while we prepare the sensor on the bookcase. I'll organise the books on top of the bookcase and see if I can make room for a camera.
Right?
That way we won't waste any time, right? Yeah, that sounds like a
okay.
good idea.
Oh, right.
Let's do it! I climbed up the ladder and looked up the top of the bookcase. There were way more books here than I expected. Top of the bookcase is covered end to end with cluttered stacks of books.
Oh,
This
right.
is nothing! As I moved the ladder, I reorganized the books bit by bit. Jeez, there were too many books. It might be too hard to set up a camera here.
I knew it.
Thought so.
No.
Wait, I just got to try a little harder.
Hey!
Kaede, I don't know. I know you don't like to admit defeat, but really, it's all right. Continued moving the ladder as I kept reorganizing the books. Books are so heavy. What is this, an encyclopedia? I flipped open the book.
Wait!
Kaede, is it really time to be reading a book? Sorry, I get distracted easily when I'm organising things. After I made that excuse, I rushed to reorganise the heavy books, but looks like there were too many books after all. You really can't make space, can you? This is important to the murder. It'd be easy if I could move them to the ground, but that would look so suspicious.
You're
We
right.
have to minimise any risk of the mastermind noticing the cameras, or like stacking them all in neat piles. then I guess it'd be better if we put the camera between the books like you suggested.
Right?
Yeah! You look oddly happy. No, I don't. If we put them on top of the bookcases, the angle wouldn't quite reach.
Aww.
And here I thought it'd be a good idea.
Is that all right?
So about the places to put the cameras. Ooh, somebody's a bit of a drawer over in the last game. We decided to place the security sensor on top of the moving bookcase, and the camera linked to it we set up right here. That way it will capture the moment Mastermind moves the bookcase.
I
We're
see.
going to place the other two cameras near the exit and entrance, right?
I suppose so.
I think here and this bookcase should be good. They would have to pass by here no matter which door they used.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Then I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. I'll set it carefully so the camera has a clear shot when the Mastermind moves the bookcase.
Then...
Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcase. We'll set the cameras near each door.
Hey!
Oh, I almost forgot I bought duct tape from the warehouse. You can use this.
Yeah.
Thanks. With that, we got to work. I meticulously placed the cameras in the gaps of the bookshelves.
We need to set up the camera carefully so that it's aimed at the moving bookcase.
Better use a lot of duct tape so the camera won't fall out of position. These cameras are important, so I've got to do it right.
Yeah.
Right, that should do it.
Okay.
I'm finished too. So no matter which entrance they use, the Mastermind will be caught on camera. And if they move the bookcase in front of the hidden door, our sensor will detect that. And signal this receiver. So they all detect movement, but only one of them tells them. And at that moment, the camera attached to the sensor will snap the critical picture. I think? Yeah, they should do it, no doubt about it. The plan will probably work. No. Not just probably, it'll definitely work.
Then...
Right then, final step, turn the sensors on.
I see.
Right, we should turn them on before we leave.
All right.
There's a 10-second delay as it starts up, we'll have to leave quick.
Yeah.
Got it. It'd be a waste of film if it took our pictures. After setting our trap and powering on the cameras we attached to the sensor, we quickly exited the library. Now we wait for the Mastermind to show themselves.
Okay.
There's still some time left. Do you want to go see anybody?
No.
I'd rather focus on the plan. Besides, I'm sure everyone else is safe. Plus, once we get out of here, we'll have all the time in the world to see them.
You're right.
That's true. That sounded familiar. Well, let's go to the classroom. Somebody... Oh, hang on. Oh, I wanted to check the game room. Upon entering the classroom, a wave of anxiety suddenly overwhelmed me. My heart felt like it would beat out of my chest at any moment.
Then...
Let's keep the door open a little, so we can see anyone going to the basement. Yeah. Okay, Ide. About the security sensor receiver.
Hey!
Could you hold on to it, please? I just feel like you'd be better suited for it than me. There's a power switch on it. Make sure you don't turn it off by accident.
No.
You should hold it, Suichi. You're the one who came up with this plan, and I trust you. Suichi. You just said I'm better than you at something. Why'd you say things like that anyway?
Huh?
What?
You know?
I guess it's good that we have some time left, because I wanted to talk to you about that. He's going to delay this murder game. Talk to me?
You know?
Probably none of my business, but I think you should be more confident.
Right?
Especially since the Ultimate Initiative selected you as the Ultimate Detective.
No.
No, really, I shouldn't be the Ultimate Detective. I'm not even a real detective.
Huh?
What do you mean? I didn't even really want to be a detective. My uncle runs a detective business. I would sometimes help out as an apprentice. It was usually just cheating couples' background checks.
But
One day, I came across a murder case, completely by chance. I solved it before the police did. They called me the boy detective. That's when I got scouted by the Ultimate Initiative. I only solved one case.
Huh?
Even so, it's still amazing that you solved a murder case. Most people can't do that.
no.
I wonder if it was really a good thing that I solved the case.
The look on his face when we caught him, I can still see it even now.
Blackened.
He stared at me, like he hated me more than anything else in the world. Later, I heard that he murdered the victim to get revenge for his family. The victim was abusive. They drove the culprit's relative to suicide. People told me the culprit was right to do what he did. The victim deserved it. But I led the police right to him. Of course he hated me.
That's not true.
It's not like you took sides. You uncovered the truth. That's what detectives do, right?
You're right.
I uncovered the truth. The way he says you're right reminds me. I can't figure out who it is. Like, I literally read who it was, and I'd like me going, which name's which? It still makes it my fault. I'm still suffering the consequences. Ever since that one stupid case, I've been so afraid of uncovering the truth. Interesting. Now I don't think he's the mastermind anymore. I'll never forget those eyes, the hatred, the way they stared into me. Anyway, that's why I have trouble looking people in the eye sometimes. I'm changing. One final change. I'm making this guy the mastermind. So, just to go through one final time, because I think someone's about to get murdered. These are my predictions for Chapter 1. I'm going to make a prediction in every single chapter. And I'm going to make a prediction... So these are my predictions for Chapter 1. The 4 survivors of the game are going to be... Antaro Amami, Kavumi Tojo, Kokichi Omar, Anji Yonaga. The mastermind is Kawakio Jinguji. I know I just butchered that name there. The victim is going to be... Who's H? The victim is going to be... I'm going to change it to this guy. Kaito Momota. And the blackened is going to be Hoshi? Oh god, I don't have a blackened anymore. John, why did you change your answer? The reason is because of that duct. No. Just change it back. Make that guy. So, victim's gonna be this guy. Murderer's gonna be this guy. Don't do any more changes, John. It doesn't really matter. The real challenge is after someone gets murdered. Anyway, that's why I have trouble looking people in the eye sometimes. So that's why he wears that hat.
I'm
not a real detective, Kaede. What kind of stupid detective is afraid of finding the truth? Right then, I noticed Shuichi's hands were trembling. I gently reached out and held his hand.
Kaede.
Aww.
I wish there was a piano here. I would play you a song to help you cheer up. A pretty song to play for you. Oh, like Clair de Lune by Debussy. It's a soothing song that calms your heart, like the moon's reflection on water. You noticed, huh? Yeah, I'm shaking too. But I'd be a mess if you weren't here. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would have been so lost. I'm glad you're here with me, Shuichi. With you by my side, I feel like I can stand up to anything. You give me the courage I need to take on the Mastermind. So please, be more confident. I believe in you, so you should definitely believe in yourself.
Okay, I'll try.
Probably should be more left, shouldn't I?
I don't know if I can, but I'll try.
Yup, that's a promise.
After letting go of his hand, I quickly changed the subject.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, I think you would look way cooler if you didn't wear that hat.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What? I'm serious here. Once we're out of here, I want you to show me what you look like without the hat, okay? Please, I just want to see everyone smile.
You know?
I love seeing the expression people make when they're enjoying themselves. That's why I play piano. I see the smiles on everyone's faces. That's why we need to expose the Mastermind and end this dumb killing game.
Right?
So we can smile with everyone else. After our serious talk, we talked about this and that to kill some time. We did all we could and prepared for whatever happened next. I was nervous, of course, but all we could do was wait for the moment to arrive, as the time limit drew closer and closer. And then suddenly, the moment arrived.
Huh?
What is this weird music? Is it coming from that monitor?
Could it be?
Maybe it's a warning that we need to start killing. The time limit's almost up.
Jeez.
We need to stop screwing with us. How much suffering do they want from us?
Ah!
Wait, Kaede. I hear people talking in the hallway.
Huh?
People talking. I focused my attention on the hallway. I could hear a group of boys and girls talking. I tried my best to listen while I peered through the gap of the classroom door. I saw 7 boys and girls head down the stairs. Okay, that's weird.
Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Angie, Himiko, and Rantaro too?
Yeah, that's an interesting combination. As Evan continued to walk down the stairs... Oh, this is Rantaro's
Why?
plan. I forgot all about Rantaro's plan. What's a big group like that planning to do? Rantaro was with them too. Didn't he say he would end this game? Almost nighttime, right? They're all heading to the basement right now. Could the mastermind be with them too? Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Anji, Himiko, Mantaro. One of them is the mastermind?
No.
Well, none of my picks. Was there. It is unusual for such a big group to all go to the basement. They're
No.
not planning to go to the library, are they? That would be bad. They'll scare off the mastermind from using the bookcase and ruin the plan.
Huh?
What?
All
I'm gonna
right.
check out the basement. I'll come with you.
No.
You stay and keep watch, Kaede. With that, Suichi dashed out of the classroom. Why am I all alone now? Realizing I was alone, all the fear and anxiety I was trying to hide rushed back into me.
Jeez.
I couldn't keep still, so I grabbed the broom from the corner of the classroom. Started cleaning for no reason at all. I had to move my body. The anxiety was getting to me. Suichi, please come back already. I continued to distract myself with cleaning until Suichi finally came back. Kaede, why are you sweeping?
Huh?
No reason. Anyway, what about the people down in the basement? Everything's okay. They all went to the game room. The game room? Why there?
Ding dong dong ding!
Everyone dies. 1 hour. Everyone dies. There's only 1 hour left until the time limit. Yeah, it's almost time.
That's
I'm
true.
sure the mastermind will make their move soon. Monokuma's going to show up when the time runs out. The mastermind will go to the library. And it happens. It happened so suddenly.
Ah!
Let's start the killing game. My heart nearly leapt out of my chest as the receiver in Suichi's hand suddenly went off. Suichi, the receiver.
That's
Someone
it!
move the bookcase. Hurry, Kaede. Suichi sprinted out the classroom with the determination of a true ultimate detective. Could have been Suichi. He disappeared for a while, didn't he? Wait for me. I dropped everything I was holding and ran after Shuichi. I could feel my heart beating faster and faster. I was so nervous. My heart felt like it was pounding with every heartbeat.
All right.
Kaede, let's go inside.
Yeah.
Bracing myself to confront the mastermind, I had balled my hand into fists without realizing it. It'll be fine. Everything will work out. I was still convincing myself when I caught up with Suichi, who had his hand on the door. Huh? What are you guys doing here?
Got it.
Well, never mind. Your timing's perfect. You should join our strategy meeting.
Right.
Kaide's definitely welcome to join.
Huh?
Strategy meeting?
Yeah.
When the time limit hits, we're gonna fight Monokuma. We've got a plan for that battle. We thought it'd be harder for Monokuma to get to the basement. We were going to the game room.
Hey.
Hold on, both of you. Come with us. The mastermind's in the library.
Eh?
Mastermind.
Okay.
Explain later, but come with us. We need you to come with us right now. We might be able to end this killing game.
Are you serious?
Sneak
I don't
attack.
really understand, but if you need me to Aikido throw someone, whoever's inside, right?
All
No,
right.
I'll do it. I'll be the one to take them down. Don't. He's clearly not dead, is he? It's too late to change my mind. I've already got that wrong. It's too late. This is too much information. This isn't a
Jeez.
competition. I'm going to open the door right now, okay? The unveiling of the mastermind so close at hand, all my anxiety had disappeared. Stepped inside the library. Could be the short guy, isn't it? Somebody's dead. Nobody's dead. As I walked in, I noticed the moving bookcase at the end of the room was slowly closing. There was no sign of the mastermind. moving bookcase had closed on its own without any outside help. Where are these? Mastermind. We quickly walked towards the moving bookcase. And then, not too far from the moving bookcase, we saw... It's Vantaro! Well, all my guesses were wrong. No, it was one of my guesses, wasn't it? Yeah, but like, John, you guessed like everyone. One of my ideas was, specifically, that he had a mystery and he would be the first one to... God damn. Like, I changed it back, didn't I? I changed it back. So already... That's wrong. That's wrong. Vantaro Amami would yet to reveal his ultimate talent to the rest of us. Lay dead on the ground. There we go. Our class trial.
Oh, Rantaro?
It's a shot put.
What in the world? What the hell's going on?
Right after Tenko screamed, the front door of the library burst open. The 4 people who were in the game room rushed in.
What happened?
Gone to hear scream. Huh?
Ah!
Blood! So much blood!
Oh me, oh my!
Isn't that Vantaro? What's wrong with him?
You don't know?
He's dead.
Huh?
What? He's dead? Well, that's unfortunate.
But how?
How can you be so calm? Suichi examined Rantaro's body and placed his hand close to his mouth. Checked for breathing.
It's no use.
Too late. He shook his head.
No
Wait,
way.
You mean dead?
Are you serious?
He's dead? My vision began to swirl. My legs wobbled beneath me. Out of sheer desperation, I kept my mind working. Why was Vantaro here? And... the monitor is off. It was no longer displaying Monokuma anymore. Does that mean Mastermind is dead? Yeah, that has to be it. This means Vantaro was...
Well...
This means the killing game has started, huh?
Huh?
What? What? Killing game? And someone's killed Vantaro and... Wait, maybe not.
I don't
What
get
do you mean,
it!
maybe not? Maybe the killing game hasn't started. Maybe this just ended it.
What?
Ended it? What do you mean?
Because...
Mastermind. Vantaro was the mastermind.
Huh?
What? The mastermind? I don't know how he died, but if Vantaro was in the library before the time limit ended,
That's
there's
true.
a high chance that the mastermind planned this. If he's dead...
Huh?
What? A body?
A body has been discovered! Everyone, please gather in the library! Oh, I'm glad!
What a relief! A murder took place just before the time ran out.
Huh?
Monokuma, but how? I
I
gotta admit, I was a little nervous there because the killing game hadn't started yet. Geez, you guys really know how to keep me in suspense. How? The mastermind controlling you is... Huh? By mastermind, do you mean the real mastermind who's controlling me? And you think it was Rantaro?
How stupid!
What an imagination! Of course that's wrong! If the mastermind has died, this killing game would be over!
That's wrong!
That's wrong. But
Hey,
the victim was Rantaro Amami, the ultimate who cares? Nothing more, nothing less.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Suichi, what does he mean? What's going to happen?
No.
Monokuma is wrong, isn't he? Isn't Rantaro the mastermind?
Huh?
Yeah, we came in as soon as the sensor went off, right? No one else was in the library. Rantaro was the only one who could have moved the bookcase. Wouldn't that mean he was trying to use that hidden door? And that he was the mastermind?
No.
But if he was the mastermind, why is the killing game not over? Why? Why is he dead?
It's no
So good.
use.
I don't know. I don't know. Suichi. Pictures! We can check the pictures! I'm sure the cameras we set up in the library will give us a clue. At that moment, the library door swung wide open.
Oh no!
Rantaro? But why?
Really?
That Rantaro? Oh, thank God. I thought that was a pile of dirty rags.
I see.
So this ended up happening after all. My, what a world this is. So full of jokes like this.
how?
What? What? This is a lie, right? My dearest Rantaro is dead! I love Kokichi. Oh, I mean... was killed!
Stop it.
It's the same thing. How ironic. The guy who wanted to live ended up dead. And the guy who wanted to just die survived. I was gonna say, like, it's not really ironic for people to... That guy wanted to not be dead! How ironic! No, yeah, I get it. It's because of the argument.
Either way.
So can someone explain the meaning of all this?
Huh?
Nah, an explanation isn't necessary.
Unbelievable.
Thanks to the first blood perk, there won't be a class trial, so that'd be a waste of time.
Go ahead.
That said, if you're the Blackened who killed Rantaro, raise your hand.
What?
Who killed Rantaro?
Degenerate
I
male.
knew it. The degenerate male killed Rantaro, didn't he?
Wait!
How do you know a boy did it?
I won't
I just
forgive
know,
you.
okay? Violent crimes are almost always committed by violent, disgusting men.
Damn!
That dumbass. How dare he go and get himself killed?
Don't screw
Who the hell
around!
did it? I'll friggin' punch you into orbit. Don't get so angry. Send off your graduating classmate with warm farewells.
Rise and shine, Earthsign!
It's getting interesting!
Send him off with hostility like a bunch of catty popular girls. That's fine too.
It's my time to
But if it's
shine.
going to disrupt the process, then we're gonna bust out the existence.
Gori!
I'm not going to look. I don't want to look at a nasty dead body. Nothing beats crashing a funeral. Sonia. The girl one is Sonia. Nothing beats crashing a funeral. It's way better than wedding crashing. I'll throw a wedding every now and then, but funerals are insane, like fishing with dynamite.
So...
Whoever did this really gets to graduate, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm a real stickler for the rules. I'm also tough on convenience store clerks.
My heart's
And
racing.
congratulations! With a Blackened who's about to graduate, please raise their hand.
Right now, you're on the threshold.
What?
What the? No one's raising their hand?
You bastards!
I mean, he might have killed himself. Did you hear me? All the Blackened has to do is graduate. To graduate is to speak up, you know. No one's stepping forwards. What's going on? I see how it is. The Blackened there's no need for the first blood perk. They would rather do the class trial.
Oh?
Excuse me?
Oh.
Very well then.
Psycho pop!
I will give the Blackened what they want and hold a class trial.
Oh!
Wow.
It's getting
Now this is a
interesting.
spicy twist.
Hold on!
Wait, what the heck's going on?
Got it?
Like we said before, we're gonna hold a class trial so you bastards can find Montaro's killer.
So,
Get it right. Only the blackened will be punished. But if you get it wrong, simultaneous surgery, brain and me, then the brain surgery again.
my heart's racing.
Everyone besides the blackened will be punished. Everyone's beside the blackened. Everyone. The outcome is much worse. The culprit should have just stepped forwards.
Thrills, chills,
But
kills!
before we can hold the class trial, you gotta investigate first. If you don't investigate the murder, you won't be able to argue over who did it. So you're
Jeez.
saying we need to do the investigation ourselves, too? Of course! The investigation is what makes the killing game so good. You guys are gonna investigate this crime and uncover the truth. The Blacken's handiwork has made this much more entertaining than I expected. Alright, the class trial will begin soon, so please give the investigation your all.
So long, farewell!
I love that he's crying.
All right.
Let's get going then. Right, I'm gonna let you go here. So long, farewell. I've been John Proxy. I'm telling John West. I've been having the Danganronpa V3 adventure. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.